to that man? The chief of the Vori? You know that even back at home we used to hear about him? He's a terrifying man. And hanging out with the mob, those merchants are that important to you? Where they're hoping to get to. I mean, sure, these underworks are vast, but still.
My boy, I have a favor to ask you. I've lost something.
What'd you lose?
I mentioned one thing. Oh, I am sorry. In fact, it's about a friend. Charles? You remember Charles? No, you can't remember him. Silly me, you never met him. Anyway, Charles is a friend. a scientist co-worker. He was way more successful than I must say. So, he's a friend, and I lost him. It looks like he disappeared, and I am a bit worried. I know that he was doing some sensitive research. Important. Maybe he ran into problems because of that. Anyhow, it's hard to tell.
How do you want me to find him?
He has an assistant. Very nice. She used to make delicious pastries. Unless I'm mixing her up with someone else. Anyway, he had an assistant. I'm pretty sure of it.
I'll go find her. She must know what happened to him. And if she does, it'll turn out the professor is just at a conference somewhere.
Maybe. It's true I don't get invited to conferences as often as I used to. It's rather unfair. I used to love the cocktails they serve.
What do you know about the exchange?
I am not really into tourism, you know. I think that it is better to ask someone else if you are looking for specific information on a neighborhood. All I can say is that back when I used to go there, it was a commercial neighborhood.
What can you tell me about the slums?
That's where the true Ophir is. That's where I have my clinic, you know. Of course, you know. I love that neighborhood. It's very lively, and you can find everything a poor doctor needs. Bars, patients.
I can see your interests are very specific.
You're not going to lecture me knowing that you yourself take focus drugs and other crap regularly. And it's too late at my age, anyway.
What do you know about the source?
Bah! What do you want me to say? You know the place better than I think. That's where the political centers are. Your barracks, the Technomancer's chapel, and all those buildings that are our corporation's pride. It is quite a cold place. I must say that it's not my favorite neighborhood. You feel tiny there.
You know Colonel Victor?
That awful man. He looks like he swallowed a lightning rod. Maybe that's the case for all I know.
Scott, you know that everybody says he's dangerous.
Oh, very much so. A man so consumed by ambition and obsessed with power always ends up being dangerous. You mean for me? What do you want him to do with an old crazy man like me?
You know my master Sean well, don't you?
Well, it's a strong word. I know him, of course. I saw him during all those years I came to visit you. We would talk sometimes. He likes you a lot, you know. I think that he has great hopes for you. He's also very bitter. He bears a grudge against our corporation, and I don't know why. I think that it was because of the appointed couple policy imposed upon the Technomancers. He must have had a frustrated love story, that boy. I hope that he did not give you bad ideas. Abundance has shortcomings, but it is up to us to fix them, and it remains undoubtedly the best of all corporations.
Hey there, I'm looking for Charles Seeker. You know where I could find him?
And you are?
Zachariah Manser. Professor and I have a mutual friend who's worried about him.
I know the feeling. Haven't seen him for days. I'm Veronica Seeker, the professor's assistant. I got a message informing me he had taken an impromptu vacation, but it's not like him. He didn't even like to sleep, said it just wasted time. Even more unlikely in the middle of the research he was doing.
Yeah, seems a bit off, doesn't it? Professor was supposed to start some research with a friend of mine as well. I'm sure he'd already started work on it before leaving. You know anything about it?
Of course. I was involved with the professor's research, though I shouldn't discuss it with anyone without his consent. But with that last name, Mancer, I suppose this Technomancy research is of particular interest to you. Otherwise, most people barely bat an eye towards the scientific aspects of Technomancer powers.
If you're concerned that the message wasn't really from the professor, did you report his disappearance?
To the authorities? Of course not. The authorities, Mr. Mancer, have far more pertinent issues than this, which I am sure will work itself out in time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I read the professor's publications. Can't say I understood it all, but it was fascinating. Always had an interest in science and medicine, which is his specialty, right?
He's a geneticist, not a doctor. Any informed member of the scientific community would know that. He's a bit too busy making medical discoveries to be treating patients. Now, leave me to my work.
Trust me, I get why you're reluctant to talk. I do. Times like these don't exactly instill openness. My friend's a very close friend of the professor, and neither of us are the betraying type, you know? To be honest, you look like you got some worries on your mind, too. I'll use a few more people to confide in.
Sorry, but I don't know your friend, and I can't just take your word. You can show yourself out, please.
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy. How are you? Nothing broken, I hope?
If you're concerned that the message wasn't really from the professor, did you report his disappearance?
To the authorities? Of course not. The authorities, Mr. Mancer, have far more pertinent issues than this, which I am sure will work itself out in time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Veronica, I know I'm not exactly a prime physical specimen, but I should hope that I am still not so forgettable. Unless I'm wrong and we do not know each other, what is, after all, certain in this life? It might all just be a confounded dream. Like the one I had last night, where trying to wear my pants as a shirt, I found my nose got caught in the zipper.
Professor Scott. Oh my. Hello. I am so sorry I did not recognize you. You should have told me earlier to save me from this embarrassment. Was it you who was planning a collaboration on the Technomancer research? I'm afraid the professor's vocal railings against the ASC and their ceaseless power grabs might have finally come back to bite him. He would even preach to his colleagues and the listeners at conferences. I would give anything to be wrong, of course, but hope is oftentimes incongruous with reality we must come to face.
Zachariah, could you... Anyway, could I talk to you in private?
What's going on?
I know that I'm asking a lot from you, but I was wondering if maybe you could continue to investigate. You are someone important now. You know a lot of people. They can tell you if Veronica's suspicions are justified.
I could probably talk about it with my captain, or tap into some contacts in the know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I want to be sure. You see, I think that you need to recover his latest research. I strongly believe that, besides what he said, he found something dangerous. The ASC, they're thugs. We must not allow sensitive scientific research to fall into their hands. The risks are too high.
I'll see what I can do, but I doubt that Veronica will give me Charles's documents willingly. She's very protective of her boss's work.
Why did Charles start getting involved? Politics has no place in the scientific community.
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor's compiled research documents. Might be a big help to me.
It's just not my work to share, Zachariah. If he came back, I don't think he'd be too pleased to find out I handed it away. You ever find out what happened to him?
Still looking for leads. Just finding dead end after dead end. I'm still looking.
Keep hoping he just took a vacation. I know better. That man could never relax. Let me know if you hear anything, will you?
I can't take this anymore. I don't even have enough to feed my kids. My job beats a damn 4 more than my own family.
Keep your mouth shut. You wouldn't be the first to moan and end up sleeping under the sun the next day.
I know, but how am I gonna survive?
Sell your diner and live for someone else. If you want to play it safe, live another day.
Good day. Care for some merchandise, officer?
I need information.
Don't we all? Unfortunately, I'm just a simple merchant who spends her day here, selling her goods, and probably knows little of anything that would interest you.
I know you don't mind helping out the police when you can, so I just want to know if you've seen anything lately. Groups gathering, people acting suspicious.
We're in the slums, officer. This is Anton Rogue's world. More people than not around here are acting suspicious.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking more about anyone who may be looking to herd abundance. Folks not fans of the regime. Rumors are going around some rebels are planning an attack.
Fucking assholes. Hell, they can't just leave well enough alone? Nah, I mean, I heard something about fellows talking angry, talking about meeting up, but other than that, nothing specific.
All right, thanks. Can't go through here.
I don't mean to. What's after I know what is in that building. What are we doing here?
If there's anyone who knows where the professor is, besides the guys who made him disappear, it's this guy right here. Anton Rogue knows everything and everyone in Ophir.
All right. Yes, I trust you.
Sorry, pal. Nobody enters this office if they got no pass.
That right, pal? I'm an officer and a Technomancer, and I'm here to see Anton Rogue. Think you should let me in.
You even know who Anton Rogue is? He's the big fucking balls here. The boss. I don't care if you're a damn general. Get the hell out of here.
I'm clearly just gonna have to show myself in. Door's locked from the other side. Guess we're going around.
Look what the cat dragged in. The prodigal son. A diamond in the rough, risen from poor street trash to the godlike ranks of Technomancer. Now tell me, why am I so lucky to be in your presence?
Word is the slums have formed pockets of regime opposition, and you might know where they can be found.
People who oppose the regime? I'm shocked. Shocked and appalled, and certain of nothing.
Then don't be a snitch. Just stand back and watch as their bombs go off and your precious streets are overrun with guards. I'm sure you're smart enough to know that that can't be good for business, though.
You're one smooth talker, Rogue. Clearly smarter than you look. Find the bar, the curiosities, and you'll find what you're looking for. The garden where the seeds of anarchy are sown. Or so I hear.
Thank you. I'll go check it out right away.
As would I. Just find them before they blow the city sky high, will you? Mr. Mancer, the sight of your face has started to give me agita. To what do I owe the displeasure this time?
I'm looking for a caravan of merchants. They were supposed to be in the exchange. Word is they were escorted to the slums, and you may know something about it.
Yeah, rude little men. My town, my streets. Uninvited competition, who lack even the common decency to offer a little token of grace in exchange for their presence. If you're ready to settle their debts, I'd be happy to usher them back home.
These merchants were involved in some outside business that requires interrogation as soon as possible. You can either help me find them, or we can always turn our attention towards your business affairs. Your call, Anton.
I hear your threat, Mancer, but well, serum is serum. And I'd rather deal with you than swallow the debt those outcasts owe me. It's just business. Pay their debt, and I'll help. Don't, and I'm happy to just show you the door.
Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of paying other people's debts.
Then I'm afraid this conversation's over. Pity, really. Could have been mutually beneficial. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on your way out.
Professor Charles Seeker. I'm looking for what happened to him. What can you tell me?
The dangers of having a mind, of using it, and especially of speaking it, I'm afraid. His research and political opinions push the line, and patience of some. Funny how smart and wise don't always go hand in hand. That said, word is he boarded a train. Not so much a pleasure trip, more like a forced hiatus given the military escort and the colonel's re-education camp he was bound for. No matter the power of the mind, the power of a gun always seems to gain the upper hand in the end, don't you think?
What do you think of our army?
You're a hard one to peg, rogue. Why would you care what I think? But sure, why not? Just a little friendly conversation. Abundance and its generals are like a once vibrant tree that has long since withered away. Its leaves dried up, but still clinging to the branches of memories stretching from the trunk of its faded but glorious past. Strangled by its own ancient and outmoded bureaucracy, all the while Aurora's strength blossoms from the aggressive dynamics of its youth. But I'm sure it will all work itself out in time. If not on the battlefield, then undoubtedly in offices like these, and of our dear Colonel Victor.
What's your opinion of Technomancers?
I'll try to tread lightly with this, Mancer. Unfortunately for Abundance, you're becoming relics, a dying breed, due to the disgraceful misuse of what could very well be one of its greatest, though misspent, assets. On the battlefield alone, for sure, the brute force of you Technomancers is unmatched. And when coupled with the fact that you're the keepers of terrestrial knowledge, it's a combination quite capable of reducing empires to faded memories, isn't it?
What do you know about the Resistance?
Enough to handle my own business unimpeded. We don't think that they are any danger. They're an occasional client when they're in need of weapons or explosives. Their biggest strength comes from how deeply underestimated they are. Ever stepped in a puddle that turned out to be a ditch? Not pleasant.
What about the ASC? What can you tell me?
Nothing you don't already need to know. Little happens that they don't see or hear, and their colonel's control over Abundance grows with each passing day. I'm not telling you anything else for free.
What's the deal with the mutant pen?
Well, aren't we just the little inquisitive student today? So eager to learn, so full of questions. Even for mutants, it's unbearably inhuman. Piled into a pen in conditions that I guarantee will, in time, foster revolt. Despite what some profess, they're far from mindless. And thought fueled with rage is a dangerous, dangerous little thing.
What's the word on the curiosities?
It'd be a nice place if you could scrub away the filth and grime and trash, and somehow diffuse the tensions between the anarchist ASC spies and members of our family that boil over. Other than that, though, a charming place. Seriously, though, The hodgepodge of personalities can run their streets with more blood than those arena brawls they're so fond of, which, I'd imagine, would revel in a Mancer brawler, if you ever wanted to try your hand.
What can you tell me about the exchange?
Lovely place. And the only neighborhood open to outcast merchants and business of all kinds. I'd live there permanently in a heartbeat, if it wasn't for the stranglehold of surveillance that suffocates its streets like a well-placed pillow.
How acquainted are you with the slums?
Well acquainted, as I'm sure you are as well. Am I right? You've come a long way from your roots among those pickpockets and thieves who give those streets their dirty little charm. But for those willing to work hard enough to ascend from that filth, there's opportunity to rise, even to the esteemed and glorious heights of a Technomancer, I hear.
What do you know about the underworks?
A labyrinth of tunnels infested with filthy little beasts. And unless you're simply looking for a place to escape from the lovingly prying eyes of our motherland, it's more just a place of transit and storage than one where you'd want to plant your roots or even rest your head, unless you're looking to lose it.
I gotta go.
Then go.
Since this warehouse belongs to Anton Rogue and you ain't him, you should probably get going. Come on, guys, get him! Since this warehouse belongs to Anton Rogue and you ain't him.
Door's locked from the other side. Guess we're going around.
Who are you? You don't look like a guard to me.
Because I'm not. Name's Zachariah Mancer, lieutenant in Ophir. If you're the merchant who got himself kidnapped from the exchange, I'm here to get you out.
I am indeed. Fiorello, master of the caravan. The shadow still protects me. But I doubt you came to help us out of the generosity of spirit. Am I correct in that presumption?
Ian Mancer, great master of the Technomancers, sent me to talk to you.
Ah, I see. Yes. One of my favorite clients. And a man with whom I, indeed, have some information to share. Aurora has discovered a new site, not far from the Shadow Path. A site filled with objects of incredible condition, and even a relic, as rumor has it.
News I'm sure the great master will be glad to hear. You should go now. Get back on the exchange as quick as you can.
I'm not one to dally, Mancer. I'll see you around, I'm sure.
Come on, guys, let's get him!
Hey there.
Officer, hello! What can I do for the fine officer today? Check out my merchandise. I have everything you'd ever need for hunting.
Rebels are close. I need to get closer to hear what they're saying. Just gotta keep this straight and stay hidden.
Shut up. Someone's coming. Where the hell's your boss? And what are you guys up to? Go fuck yourself.
You hear about the ASC's new machine? Works great in making rebels talk. Only problem is deciphering what you're saying through the screams. Simple little thing. Some electrodes placed in sensitive areas, a battery, the liquid. Never seen grown men cry so much.
Fucking sick. You're sick. And you wonder what we're fighting against. Bulgakov's bringing a bomb to sabotage the train station. Now let me go!
Oh, this place isn't like it used to be. The Curiosity's room gets more violent by the day.
Opposition? Do you mean terrorists? Seem quite sympathetic to their cause.
What? No! I'm just telling you what I've heard.
People have been denounced for far less. Keep your tongue in check.
Hey there.
Hey there back. What can I do you for?
You know much about the Vori?
Enough to say that even a guy like you should stay the hell out of their business. Ain't much crime goes down in abundance that don't go through them first. Some even say they're set up in the other corps too. Politicians may make the rules, but the Vori, they make the laws that run these streets. Mean bunch of dogs. Spill blood like bad beer. You scratch them, they'll kill you. And maybe your family too, just to make a point.
What do you know about Anton Rogue?
Rumor is, you say his name 3 times and he'll appear. Sure, that ain't true, but I sure ain't gonna try it. One bad dude. Story goes he enlisted in the army young, real young. Had a hunger to kill, and when he'd finally filled his belly, he faked an injury on the front and got sent back to the main offices. Part of his plan, or so they say. Was there he got smart, learned to walk the walk, talk the talk, learned all the sensitive info he could get his hands on, then left the army and returned to his roots. Took him less than 5 years from there to snake and charm and stab his way to the top. It's been years now. Since then, he's been ruling over everyone with unmatched cruelty, even though he may seem charming. Honestly, I'd rather not have to deal with him in person.
What do you know about the ASC?
Enough to pledge my heart and mind and soul to him right now, because I ain't got no idea that you ain't ASC yourself.
Don't worry, I'm not.
But my life's worth more than your words. Sorry, fella.
What can you say about Colonel Victor?
Head honcho, top dog, whatever the hell you want to call him at the ASC. Damn name ain't nobody don't know. But doubt more than a handful here in the slums know more than that about him. That in his face, and that's where I'll stop talking.
Been told there's some ASC agents that hang out in here.
What about it? Why not? Fine establishment like this? Quite frankly, I don't care who the hell you are, so long as you pay for the drinks and leave the place richer than you found it.
What can you tell me about the rebel movement?
Well, considering I ain't got a clue who the hell you are, first things first, I ain't one of them. Clear? Good. After that, they're just a group hungry for change. Want more and better than they got now. Can't blame them. More freedom, less sunshine, more hugging, fuck if I know. All I know is they're willing to destroy anything to get it. Who knows? Maybe one day their voices will be heard and they'll make some change. Till then, they're being killed off like cockroaches.
What's the word on Bulgakov? Seen him before?
Oh yeah, sure, we're good pals. Hang out all day. You fucking kidding me? Guy ain't exactly walking around with a name badge. Could be you for all I know. All I know is he's damn well respected by damn near everyone, even those who ain't rebels. Kind of leader of men type fella. Big ideas. They say them ideas ain't all his own, though. The guy got inspired by ideas from all around. Other corps, other cities, even Earth. Who knows? But he's out to change the world. Bigger, better, brighter.
I hear the rebels meet up in here. That true?
Look, I don't ask your business. I just want your business. Serum to pay buys you a place to stay for a few hours. Ain't in a position to turn folks back here.
Sure. Not here to judge. Just here to hear what you can tell me.
Yeah, all right. They ain't nothing more than regular folks who got angry enough to do something about it. Maybe lost a loved one to the war, re-education camps. Maybe angry at the damn folks up top who don't give two good damns about us at the bottom. And sure, I'm sure there's a few in there with big dreams of making things better. But the bulk ain't nothing more than folks looking for a place to aim their rage. Maybe even find some hope. And that might not seem like a reason to you, when hope and rage are the last things one's got.
Officer, please help!
What's wrong?
My fiancé just disappeared. He's not like him. I know something's happened to him.
Talk to me.
Yeah, his name's Derek Laver. He's just a worker like me, but he's also this amazing fighter. He was trying to get us out of this life by winning in the arena, and he was. But then, these people, bad people, became really interested in him, and after his last fight, a lot of serum flies around in fights like this. And he usually wins, which makes people lose serum, and then, I don't know. Please find him.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, new blood to the neighborhood. Name's Sam Rowe, bookmaker at the Curiosities, which means I not only take bets on the fights, but I set them up too. So, whatever your flavor, I'm your man. You a betting man or a fighting man? Care to dance?
More a fighter, I guess.
Yeah, you've seen the sort. We got two types of dance cards, see? On-demand fights for the beauty of the sport, and a tournament where the fighters instead gotta take on a number of challenges. You win them all, you take the title, and a reputation to not fuck with you.
Sure. Why the hell not? Could use a little exercise.
That's what I'm talking about. Follow me to the arena, fresh meat. They're gonna love you.